Fade in on Harbor Vale, a sleepy town in coastal Maine. Its residents continually harrowed by an unyielding mist that intrudes from the Atlantic. And, much like the town, veiled by this persistent precipitation, its residents veil secrets of their own.
Secrets of an ancestral curse, and the desire to embrace it.
Secrets of justice, distributed in the shadows.
Secrets of newfound duty, and a life left behind.
Secrets of bestial instinct, clawing its way to the surface.
And as we cast our eyes towards these silent secrets, we shall delve even deeper into what truly transpires down by the bay. Hello, and welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I'll be your MC. Today is a very cool day, because this episode, I believe, takes place within only a couple of days of our 1-year anniversary of this show. There's a lot I could sit here and gush about, but I'm just going to jump right into the thank yous because that's where most of my gushing is going to take place anyway. Like the usual ones, thank you, Chase Greenlee, Ghostlight Media, for making this show happen. You get it up every other week for us, and we are always super duper appreciative. Doc Adam VO, thank you so much for your work on getting our transcripts out there, making sure that this show's more accessible for people that are hard of hearing or are deaf. We love that it's a thing that we can offer, and you make a big part of that happen, so thank you. And lastly, this is normally where I thank Nicole, but I think it's more important that I thank all of my fantastic players. So, of course, thank you to Nicole Tuttle-Robb for everything she does outside of the show, but also for everything she does on the show. Avery is incredible. You're incredible. Thank you so very much. Same thing to Marcus and to Freddie and to Mariah. It is such a blessing to run for the four of you. You guys keep me on my toes. You make me enthusiastic to run, and I love you all very, very much. So, folks, today we're doing, as I like to say when we do things off the usual sort of shtick, things are a little different today. Because we've been doing this show for 1 full year, we thought it'd be cool to do like a highlight reel. So this episode's a little longer than usual, and it's just going to be some sections, some plot lines that have happened over this year of the show. As kind of maybe a little bit of a recap, a little bit of like where the story's been so we know where it's going. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll get back to the present of our characters in 2 weeks. Don't worry about sticking around to the very, very end. This isn't going to be an episode where I thank people and ask them to go here and go there and support us. All I want to say on our anniversary is thank you all for coming along on this ride with us. We're very, very happy to have you all, and I hope that you're all here in another year. But with all of that out of the way, let's dive into this special anniversary episode of These Silent Secrets Down by the Bay. Stories. Now, there's an interesting concept. They can make us laugh and cry, drive us to great heroism or crippling fear. They can tell the histories of our past or spread heinous lies. We all have a story of our own to tell, and to hear the stories of others can be a spectacular honor or a life-changing burden. In the case of our 4 terrific teens, their stories remain unfinished. So before the ink dries on their tales, let us all take a look back on where they've been in hopes that we may guide them where they need to be next. Young love. All of our teens have, in the midst of the chaos around them, dipped their toes into the pool of romance. For 2, however, their growing connection has been a bright star amidst the darkness of Harbor Vale.
Hey, question for you. Have you ever heard of a forever stew?
I can't say I have. No.
It's like this. Okay, so it's this really cool thing that like old restaurants or like taverns or stuff used to do, where they would have this thing called a forever stew, and basically it's like one big pot of stew that is permanently boiling. And like as they run out, they're just adding more ingredients and more spices into it. So it gets like really individualized, and it just becomes like the taste of that like establishment. And as I'm talking about this, I'm just pouring random things into my bottle of Miller High Life.
God.
And after I tell this story, I get another glass and just pour a little bit of like whatever upper mid shelf bourbon has been brought out, and I just like pour a couple fingers of that, and I take both of these drinks.
I can't. And they're like in like horror on their face at specifically you saying Jason's name.
I like look around for a second. I'm like, it feels like more than a 6.25 to me, but okay. And I just like sit down on the ground with her. And I'm like, you want to talk about it?
That's usually my line.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is, but it seems like you're kind of the one with a problem right now.
Can I ask you a completely hypothetical question?
Sure. Those are fun.
Why would somebody be afraid of you?
I feel like I'm a pretty nice guy. I can't really think of a reason, you know?
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
You can talk to me, you know.
But this is about you. You're the one with the problem. We don't need to turn this around, all right?
Yeah, no. Sure, sorry.
But hypothetically, who would even be scared of me? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, something that shouldn't exist.
Avery, let me cut you in on a secret that I think that you already know is true. More stuff exists than you think it does.
Yeah.
I mean, before tonight, would you have, if I told you about a drink called Forever Soup, would you have thought that was real?
Never in my wildest dreams could I ever think of something so malicious.
Right? And you watched 3 people drink it. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of soup out there.
So yeah, you go right after the bell. Let's say you track down Avery.
That's great, because Avery's also looking for you.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect. Hey, are you
Hi.
excited to go to the soup store?
Yeah, the soup store. Yes, there's so much soup happening. Jason, there's a lot of soup happening that I'm definitely going to need to talk to you about. So yeah, I'm excited to go to the soup store because I need somebody to help me make sense of the soup. Yeah, so Avery will lead you to her car, and like when you get in, like she grabs the steering wheel and just kind of like forehead on the wheel before she goes to like put it in reverse or anything.
As that happens, Jason like looks around for a little bit and then like very awkwardly like pats your back a couple of times while your head's on the wheel.
Thanks. Okay, so where am I headed? Wow, there is definitely a whole big world out there, isn't there?
Sure is. But I mean, if it's any comfort to you, it's always been there. You just didn't know about it.
I'm not sure if that's better.
I'm not sure either, but like,
I
it was worth a shot.
appreciate you trying.
So you've got like, we know that you've got kind of your own thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to like? I know like the vagueness of it, but
wow, I guess I've never really had to describe it to anyone, cause it's a family thing. My grandma
just
has it.
Like me, cool.
Yeah, I guess if your family's in on it and it passes down from generation to generation, yeah, it's just it's a thing that I can do, and it's pretty complex, but it does have to do with understanding people. I guess that's why I ask so many questions. That's why I talk to so many people. That's why I give so much advice.
That's why you have a lunch office?
That's why I have a lunch office, yeah.
Air quotes.
Hey, I don't see you having a lunch office.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? I don't. I, strangely enough, eat lunch in the cafeteria.
Wow, how strange of you.
I know, right? The food is a little strange sometimes. Yeah.
I've helped a lot of people, or at least I like to think I have, and I think that's why I keep doing it. My grandma thinks that it's a curse, and that it's torn apart families and ruined relationships, which it has, and it definitely has that ability, but I like to do what I can to use it for good, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. And I guess, it seems like you try to help people a lot, so I'm happy to be one trying to return the favor, balance the scales a little bit for once.
Thanks. Yeah, I also can turn into a raven.
What?
So do you want me to park in the parking lot, park down the road,
Just parking lot's fine. I mean,
okay.
I think first thing that we do is that we're just gonna shop, So the person that we're looking for, their name is Shannon Garrity. So do you have any groceries you need? It's still a grocery store.
So we're going undercover, kind of.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what we're doing. Just keep an eye out, scan some name tags. If you see someone named Shannon, just make a note, let me know, and yeah.
I can do that. You know what? I can do that. My character's name is
Avery. Okay, you're thinking about this too hard.
I just don't want to mess up for
Are
you.
How often do you give a grocery store employee your name?
Knowing my luck today would be the first day.
All right. What name do you want?
No, you're right. I'm thinking way too much about this.
Okay.
I'll be Avery.
All right.
But this version of Avery really needs rye bread.
And why do you need rye specifically? I lean in and get really intense. It's your acting coach at 8 acting teacher at 8 a.m. really putting you through some emotional hoops.
Because I am making sausage squares tonight for my family.
I've never heard of this recipe. You'll be fine.
Whew, okay. All right, we're here.
Tomato.
You know who else is in the bread aisle?
You walk to get some bread. You see Avery with that fail who's just staring at a loaf.
I'm probably a little better now. It's been a couple minutes.
I seriously contemplate just getting the bread at the end. But I'll go over to Avery and just stand next to her while I'm looking at the bread and just be so how you doing?
Admittedly, I'm pretty bad at this. But I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, look, you have a recipe for what, sausage squares? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I figured that's what the character version of Avery made for dinner.
Okay.
I don't actually have that recipe.
Here's the thing about acting. It's a lot easier when you don't make stuff up, when you just do what you already are. What's a recipe you do know?
I can make buffalo chicken dip.
Get ingredients for buffalo chicken dip. It's gonna be easier if someone asks about it.
Yeah, I can do that. I will do that. But if I'm gonna get all these things, then you're gonna have to help me eat it later because it can go bad. So
this is not a this is a benefit. You're telling me that we're gonna do this job and I'm also gonna get buffalo chicken dip out of this? This is great. This is great.
All right. Well,
this is a plus.
I'll be in the chip aisle then.
Okay.
For part of the time, and then I'm gonna go be me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I as you're walking away, I'm do you still need that rye bread for the chicken dip?
No. I don't.
And I
put it back.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Avery, darling.
Hey, Grandma. This is Jason, a friend from school.
Oh,
Hello.
Jason. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Very good. It's nice to see that Avery's invited a boy over. And
All
she
right,
sort of leans towards you. Are you sure
Grandma,
you don't need the...
Grandma.
What?
Please stop talking.
Okay, fine. I won't tell you that I went up to the attic and I found a few things, but whatever.
You can keep talking about that, but later.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll have the conversation when you've got time for your poor grandmother. All I do is sit around here all day hoping my beloved granddaughter will come and spend some time with me. In my old and feeble age. As she sort of is walking up the banister to upstairs and is doing the fainting hand and is being very melodramatic.
Have a good night, Grandma.
Goodbye.
Do you like buffalo chicken dip?
It sounds revolting, dear, but I hope you enjoy.
Okay. Have a good night.
And she disappears.
I am sorry about all of that. She can be a lot.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's weird that she doesn't like buffalo chicken dip, but, I can handle it.
I'm glad that that's what you picked up there. Come on. So Avery takes a big bite of buffalo chicken dip and just looks up at you and goes, so I think I'm going to do something really stupid tonight.
Jason has food in his mouth. Yeah, what's that gonna be?
I think after you leave, I'm going to go meet a vampire.
Okay. I think that I agree with you that that's probably not smart. Why?
Because they asked me for help, and I am nothing if not accommodating to when people ask me for help, even if it's detrimental to my own safety.
We should unpack that in a second.
I'm glad that I went on that trip with you. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I've felt like I've been neglecting me lately.
I would probably agree with that. That seems like a pretty fair conclusion to come to. And I put the notepad down and I lean forward and I tent my fingers for a little bit and I lean forward and I'm so what do you think the best thing for you to do with this information is now?
Honestly, I have no idea. Well, how do you do it? You're so, you go after whatever you want all the time, hell with any consequences. You do what you want. You do what makes you happy. Fucking forever, Soup.
Yeah, man, that was good.
How do you do that?
Well, and I take I take the notepad and scribble on one side of it. I say, all right, well, as your completely licensed psychiatrist / therapist today, I'm going to write you one prescription for, and I'll tear the sheet out of the notepad and hand it to you. 1 week of only doing stuff for yourself. If anybody asks you for anything, you do not do it. Except for this thing that I'm asking you to do right now.
I was wondering if you'd catch that irony.
But hey, if you doing this thing that I'm asking of you is what it takes for you to do stuff for yourself, I will accept that.
And she kind of looks down at her prescription and goes, you know what? Yeah, I think I can do that. And Avery leans forward and kisses you.
Oh. I think Jason is very startled for a second. Is oh, okay. Hey,
this is a turn on roll.
You okay?
Let's go! Let's go!
Playable character romance.
Oh.
That is a partial success.
It's a partial.
What happens?
You get a partial, of course. No.
And I'm hey, that was, no, don't feel shame for anything that you've done or ever will do or have done previously.
Jason,
Jason,
breathe. I'm just sorry, following doctor's orders.
Nope, that was great. I will process this in a bit. This was admittedly, I'm not gonna, calling this a consequence feels mean. That's not how I'm trying to word this, but I will say that this is not something I factored into what I thought was gonna happen, when I talked to you today, which is fine. It's cool. You
can leave, Jason. I won't be offended.
Okay, I am just, I eat enough lunch. I'm Rye Bread, and Jason just kind of opens the door and like closes it behind him, and then just like dissociates for like a couple moments and like blue screens.
I would say I feel weird inviting you to someone else's house, but if you want to come to Jason's, I think you'd be welcome.
I'm not sure Jason wants to see me anytime soon.
Full disclosure, I know what happened, and I don't think it was bad. I didn't hear anything.
You weren't there. Avery kind of like stops by Jason and goes, I also I would like to have a conversation with you soon to apologize. I feel like there's some things air needs to be cleared.
We can definitely do that.
Later.
Yeah,
totally.
I mean, we got to go to the beach.
We have to go to the beach, yeah. So, but later.
We'll later
we'll talk.
Time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Step 1 is to buy one of these overpriced lockers.
Yep. We'll start there, and then after that, I'm sure there's something else overpriced we can get. Maybe dinner.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, dinner. Yeah.
Cool. We'll find a place that is so fancy there's no dips on the menu.
Or it's so fancy that it's only dips.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we'll do that.
Well,
hey, be careful with Xavier, okay?
I will keep you informed.
Yeah, please do. I was supposed to go to dinner today. I was supposed to have a date, and I'm gutting a fish and trying to find Rumpelstiltskin's real name. What is life right now?
There's still time.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but this isn't necessarily the date perfume that I wanted to wear. It's a little fishy for me. No, here. Here. And Avery will kind of walk forward, letting Kanan kind of still hold you steady, and will put a hand on either side of your face and is going to use Breath of Life. So, you heal all harm and I get a string on you.
Nice.
And so Avery just kind of keeps a hand on either side of your face and then slowly brings her forehead to yours and then takes a step back.
Everything hurts less. Thanks.
Yeah, trying this new thing where I don't hold back anymore and just kind of let the Raven take control, and apparently the Raven wanted to help you.
Well, tell the Raven thanks too.
So what the hell happened here? And then I'll turn to Jason and I'll just kind of walk up in front of you and go, rain check on dinner.
Yeah, maybe next week. But we'll do it. It'll happen.
Maybe next week. And she'll lean in and she'll give you a kiss on the cheek.
Hell yeah.
And then
Jason does not collapse on the ground this time.
Progress.
While Avery and Jason's feelings have cultivated and grown, our gentle and kind werewolf has experienced the truest form of heartbreak, betrayal, violence, and blood. But that hurt has been their fuel to keep anyone they love from feeling the same wounds.
Feel like I would see Alexandria Milligan and just kind of walk over to her and my icebreaker is I'm going to start talking about the homework we were assigned.
And her eyes just light up.
I can ride with you. Jason let me borrow his bike, so...
Oh, no, I think I'll be okay, but I really appreciate it. And she kind of reaches out and kind of like, puts her hand like on like the, like the crook of your elbow a little bit.
Super tense, but like doesn't pull away, but like that like nervous like, okay. Well, if you need someone to go with you, I can.
Yeah.
If you change your mind.
Yeah. So it sits down next to Kanan and says, "Hey,
how was the rest of your weekend?"
It was good. Yeah, I managed to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, which frankly has been a hard one. But I got it. So
nice. They should write a musical about it.
They did. We talked about this.
I know, and I want to see it. You'll have to let me borrow it sometime or something.
I'll see if I can. Yeah, I'll find a copy of it. Kanan, between second and third period, you are caught by Alexandria.
Oh, hey.
Hey, so I was curious if maybe, and like feel free to say no. I was just wondering if maybe you would want to eat lunch with me today.
Yes. I mean, yeah, sure.
That was so decisive of you.
I think quick. I got quick reflexes. That's all.
All right, well, I'll see you there. He says, well, have you ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah, they made a musical of it.
What?
And yeah.
How do I not know about these musicals?
Well, you got. I'll send you some links.
Or if you want to watch one together sometime.
But yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, and I promise not to sing along. Okay. Oh, and can I go out Saturday? I want to meet a friend.
Is Jason or this Avery?
Neither.
There's another friend?
Yeah. Someone I met at the party that they are going to show me a movie that they want me to see. Yeah.
Would this be a romantic viewing?
I like her. I don't know about all that.
You watch as both of your parents just like arms out, like surround, like come at you from both sides and just give you a big hug, and it's like this like big like, tight
no. And
they're like, oh, we love you, kid.
I love you guys too, but can you please stop? This is wildly awkward.
Awesome. So you're heading home, and you got some homework to do.
Yes.
Awesome. You sit down, and you're doing homework for a while when your phone begins to ring. The caller ID reads unknown caller.
Weird. Okay. Boop. Hello?
Kanan?
Hello?
Kanan, is that you? I don't...
What?
I don't
Alexandria?
know. You hear a shuffle of the phone. You hear 301 Kellerson. And click. So, Kanan, you are trucking through this warehouse, following this scent. You come into a room. There's another sort of one of those big sliding doors that you easily sort of handle out of the way, and you see a figure in a chair, hands tied behind the back, and a bag over their head, wearing the clothes that you saw Alexandria in earlier today.
Beeline straight to her.
Awesome. So you run up towards the figure, take the bag off the head. You see Alexandria, like cheeks stained with tears, hair kind of all over the place. Kanan, oh my God, what is going on?
I don't know. It's gonna be okay. I'm here. My mom's here to help us as well. Gonna get you out of here, okay?
Yeah, you sort of flick the one out and rake it through the ropes that are behind her, and she's free, and she gets up and gives you just a huge hug. You're feeling this tight hug, this moment of relief, and then you feel a burning
immediately like
that you have felt only once in your entire life. It is an entire blade that is sheathed in your gut, and you watch her look you in the eye in horror and sorrow, but with purpose and duty. And tears are running down her face as she says, I am so sorry, but I have to do this. Your family is a threat to his glory. And as much as I truly like you, we can't have you stand in our way.
Kanan, looks down at the knife and is, looking back and forth and, hearing her, but not quite processing, and just kind of, no! And darkest self.
So you go charging in, and you leap, and you, mid-air, you grab the front of his shirt, and the claws just sink in, and you just tear out, the base of, his clavicle and take him down. He is gurgling as blood is just pouring from the front of this man.
Don't you touch my family.
And he's, trying to put pressure on the wound long enough, and he looks at you and he says, "Oh, your time will come. Peace be unto him."
It's like a claw machine that I spent $1 on. And I kind of look at it, and I just tap it to speaker. Hello?
Hey, Kanan?
Yeah, sorry, I'm sick.
Oh, okay. Hey, oh God, I don't know how to tell you this, but I figured you would want to know. I'm here at the hospital. I think I told you that in a text message, but Milligan's here. Alexandria.
Hangs up.
Kanan
just texts back, "There's something I want to do, but I can meet back up with everyone this evening if we're meeting back up."
I text Kanan separately. Kanan, what's that?
Kanan texts back, "Probably a bad decision, but I'm going to go up to the hospital."
I'll text back, "Do you want someone with you?"
"I think this is something I should do by myself, and I think I might get some more answers if I'm alone."
Thumbs up emojis.
All right, I don't knock. I close the door behind me, definitely.
All right, you close the door.
And I'm not here to hurt you.
Kanan. Hi.
Hi?
How are you?
Okay. How are you?
Not so good.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I'm genuinely sorry.
Hey, I got you first, didn't I? You just got me a lot harder.
Kind of wanted to ask you about that. Did I do something to you?
No, I thought you were wonderful, honestly.
Then why did you do that?
Because I had to.
What are you getting at?
Sometimes, along the path to changing the world, you encounter unfortunate obstacles, some of which are easier to quell or to clear out of your way than others, and you are a means to trying to clear one.
Like you said, some obstacles are easier than others. I'm not one of those obstacles, and neither is my family or anyone I love. Just remember that I put you here, and the reason you're alive right now is because I let you be. And then I walk out.
On your way out the door, you hear, "Goodbye, little lamb."
Before the door closes,
okay,
I just turn and I say, "It's Pup," and then I slam the door.
Oh, I love that! Our stupendous siren has also always been driven by love. Love for her home, her family, Julian. With deliberate and unyielding focus, she has pursued her goals, and although hurting in her own ways over the condition of her father and partner, will undoubtedly push forward to save everyone.
Heart, Xavier says to you.
Cipriano,
What you doing here?
I brought the playlist. Are you that mad?
I mean, like part of me wants to not have a problem with you, but you seem to really have a problem with me and my family, so a little bit.
I just think that there's better things to do than go to a family fun center.
Okay, then don't fucking go to the family fun center. Why you gotta drag us on the radio all the fucking time?
Hey, drama sells.
Uh-huh. And he drinks the rest of his beer and sort of sets it down on the counter. Yeah.
How many keys are on this key ring?
It's just, like looks like the random odds and ends, the key to the liquor cabinet, key to, the random padlocks that they might have in like a shed out back, like just a bunch of like the random sort of stuff that you don't want to like carry on your key ring every day.
So
with, your house keys and stuff.
Could I take one and they not notice?
Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah, so
right.
Isla comes up with the alcohol and finds Xavier and says, Cipriano,
Hard.
I challenge you to a chugging contest.
Of what? Straight liquor?
No. And she turns to Jason.
I can make more. The recipe's easy. It's whatever you want, and some things you don't.
I am going to find the box that has a little bit of the financials in it.
You get you see one of those, you open up, it's got a bunch of like file folders in it. And as you start looking through, you start seeing a lot of medical info, bills and like receipts for a Monica Cipriano, his wife, who seems to have received a lot of medical treatment. Bills that are past due are substantial. You find info on divorce proceedings as the timeline you can sort of suss together. After Monica was in remission, eventually decided that with her new lease on life was going to leave her unhappy marriage and sort of forge a new path for herself, leaving Salvatore with the brunt of that medical debt. And that is most of what you glean through looking through these boxes.
Is there anything about what Monica got in the divorce settlement?
I will think about that and get back to you. Because that's a lot of stuff that I didn't have planned. You see sort of littering the shoreline, small dots from where you're standing, but as you get closer, fish. An unfathomable amount of fish lie dead, motionless, the water lapping over them bright red. The ocean, your home, the place that you have come here to seek out the dangers against it and protect, is in a far worse state than you had ever imagined. So you sort of just kind of lean over the edge, and you see, lying on the ground, is Julian.
It's my boyfriend.
Can I come up, please?
Julian? Yeah, of course.
Hey. How you doing, Guppy?
Better now.
So yeah, Xavier walks up and goes, "Hey, Heart."
Hi, Xavier. What are you doing here?
You on the radio were like, let's all go look for Austin. We should all go. And so a bunch of people are here to look for Austin. He looks at Julian. He goes, "Hi, I don't know you. Xavier Cipriano. How's it going?"
Yeah, this is Julian. Julian, this is Xavier Cipriano.
Oh, Cipriano, the Family Fun Center. This has been it's been good visiting you.
Hope it won't be too long before you come back. You're gonna keep looking after them, right?
Of course, I promised you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you later, Gup. Hey, how are you doing there?
Hi, 95.3, Isla Hart, news reporter. Can I ask what's happening right now? I didn't know that there was any construction scheduled for today.
Okay, yeah, no, we're just clearing out all these old buildings to hope to revitalize the pier, bring back a little more mystique to the town here. Isla, you get back and you find a note on the front door. It says, "I think I have something that belongs to you, EC," and an address is on there as well. So you go up and you knock on the door. Walking up to the door, answering, you see a woman about 5'4", straight black hair. It's sort of cut off at like chin length. And she says, "Oh, hi. Are you Isla?"
I am.
Hi. My name is Deborah. I think you go to school with our son, Jason. And he kind of gets to that, does the look around,
and like swings it, so like wheels it out a little bit, steps behind it, and seemingly disappears.
No fucking way.
You get just sort of come around the side of this dumpster, and you see that when he pulled it back, there was like, I don't know, like a hole cut into the concrete where there are some cement steps leading down to a door with a pretty big like padlock on it.
And that padlock is like backlocked?
Yeah, the padlock, like it appears to be locked at the moment.
Oh, I have a key. Oh my god, I have a key!
Get the fuck
Well, here's my
outta
question:
here.
do you carry all your belongings with you?
Yeah, because I have to move out. I'm in the coat. I just got so sweaty. Okay,
You have a key.
I have a key.
You see visualizations of like sonar, and it and follows both directions of this aqueduct outward. And a few moments later, you can feel it begin to pull back, and not just this thing you sensed out, it is bringing the sea with it. You hear a roar of water start to whoosh, whoosh, start to fill these tunnels. You hear, "What the hell? No, no!" And the sounds of screams, of male screams, as you can sense someone being pulled down. You hear the sounds of cracking stone as you sense that in this process, you probably got what you wanted, but he may not have been alone.
Okay.
And although he may be gone, the ocean doing what you wished, now you are alone with something down here.
I will turn the water off and take his face in my hands. Julian, talk to me, please. Are you okay? What happened? Hi. Yeah. Come on, let's get you up. I'll sit him on the edge of the tub and kneel in front of him. I just need one word. Just one word about what happened. Can you do that for me?
The eyes come.
Okay. Yes, and let me ask you a question. What would you do for the people you loved?
Anything.
I look to each of you.
Hell, I'd do anything for people I don't love.
I mean, I kind of already do everything for people I don't know.
Then you'll understand when I say that I'm here for a reason, and you're not wrong that something's going on with this town, with these people, and with me. My boyfriend, my father, they're dying because of this town, because of these people. That is why I'm here, and that is what's wrong with me.
I'll look over to Isla and go, "You said that this Ortiz guy was tearing down your home over there?"
Yeah, he was tearing down the pier.
The whole pier?
The whole pier.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that doesn't have everything to do with rejuvenating our tourist life, and probably some sort of nefarious factor to it.
Well, he claimed that it was for Harborvale, but the more I learn about this Jonathan Ortiz, the more I think that that's not true.
People are apparently trying to do things for Harborvale that Harborvale does not want.
Obviously.
You don't have your thing anymore. The thing that washed up earlier.
It's okay. It was nice of the ocean to give that to me, but I'll see him soon.
Oh, was that your dad's?
Yes. Is?
Right. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been
it's
so
fine.
careless with my words.
It helps.
Of course it does. I hope you know that what you're doing is so ridiculously brave. Isla, like, I've never met anybody with a conviction quite as strong as yours. And, God, you don't know my grandma, so that's saying something.
Aren't you doing something very similar? I mean, your family was attacked, and now you're getting to the bottom of it. I'd say you're just as brave.
I wasn't there when she was attacked. I could have been there. If anything, I was more selfish than I've ever been.
So we make up for it. We do it now. We be there now.
We be there now.
And there is the pier.
So we're going there. And if we find this Ortiz, confront him now? I feel like we're really out of our depth here.
Leave him to me.
All right, well, I mean, you know I have your back.
Of course. And I have yours.
I also think that I probably need to resign from the radio station because we both know that my segment was very, very bad.
It wasn't bad. It just needed some more rounds.
Right. Yeah, that or less vampires calling in, but
Wait, what?
So the lobster shack.
So the vampires.
Ooh, yeah, we'll come back to that, I promise, at a later date.
Fine. Make sure this gets somewhere safe.
Where are you going?
To pay a visit.
Does that seem wise at this moment? I mean, are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
I'm fine. Just have an art project I need to get done. And I will stalk off into the night.
I'm gonna get in her way.
Move.
What are you going to do when you get there?
That's none of your concern.
It is quite literally my job definition.
What do you mean?
All I'm saying is that if you go there and you do something that can't be taken back, someone's going to get an assignment to correct things. And I really don't want it to be me.
I'm just scaring him, like he's done to me.
Scaring him how? Is this scaring leaving a spooky note on his door, or is this scaring him like taking an arm as a souvenir? I need details before you can leave.
You really think I would do that?
I think it's been done in this town already. It doesn't matter what I think anymore about what you can do. I need to know what's going to happen.
I hadn't gotten that far.
Well, maybe you should before you go.
Fine. Does toilet papering suffice?
That's within the allowed parameters, I think.
Then that's the first.
Isla, you're making this hard.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want to know that you aren't going to do something dangerous.
I need him. My family is still dying. But grant me this piece of revenge.
Is that going to bring your family back? Is whatever you do there going to make Julian feel better? Am I going to get home and he's going to be eating the leftover dip out of my fridge if you do this?
No.
Okay. I'm not saying we can't do anything to him. I'm not saying that we don't need to address this. This is a problem. But I want us to make things better, not worse.
Fine.
Fine. Let's figure out what this thing does. Figure out where it came from and why it's here. And we're going to use that information to make an informed decision about what you're going to do. And when you have that information, when you know for a fact exactly what they're up to, it will be so much better.
You humans would never last a day under the water.
We would not. We would drown. But we're not underwater right now.
I'll growl and turn back around. What are you doing later?
I haven't thought that far ahead.
Good. You're busy tonight.
Okay.
I'll be at your house at 7.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, will your father be there?
Why?
Because I don't want him to be.
Oh.
Real fast, Isla, as you're sort of walking up on the scene, you also receive a text message.
It's always this for me.
It says, "Hello, my name is Monica Galvin. I think we need to have a conversation."
I'll say, who?
Formerly Monica Cipriano.
Oh my God! Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Uh-huh.
What did he do?
I think your dad is responsible for basically putting my dad in a coma.
Oh.
And I think that this town, at least, maybe not your dad, but this town is ruining my home.
Oh.
So that's why I came over.
He just looks dumbfounded. Like the bedrock of his world has been shaken a little bit.
I know. It's difficult to believe. But you said you believed in the supernatural,
Okay.
so...
Yeah. No, that's cool that you're like a mer person. Is that an alright
yes.
term? Oh, okay, cool. So you think my dad is the one doing this?
I think he's a part of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I do his book sometimes. So, like, maybe I can, like, take a look for you or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm good with numbers, so. A threat lurks within the tides and shadow. A disgusting and powerful being who will stop at nothing to hurt our terrific teens. But, luckily, the Raven remains vigilant. The women of the Sullivan line are still here, which gives the creature something to fear.
I want to gaze into the abyss. That's what Avery would do right now, because she wants to see where he's at.
You come up on a scene. You see Austin, who has departed the liquor store in downtown. A paper bag full of things under one arm, like a six-pack in the other, and flashes. Him seeing his tires flattened. The sound of a trash can lid hitting the ground, the look on his face of fear as something approaches him. And then your vision becomes strangely distorted. A writhing mass of tentacles, a horrifying eyeless leer, and you are shunted back to consciousness. And I want you to take one harm.
She's going to gaze into the abyss one more time.
You sort of watch the sort of like a reverse time lapse of the street happen, and you start to begin to see the scene play out a little like you did earlier. Those flashes, those quick flashes of him arriving at his car, him dropping his bags, him looking horrified, and then you feel what he felt in that moment. A sharp pierce to the stomach. It's tight. It's harsh. And then, like before, your vision blackens as you hear a voice say, Sullivan. And just like before, you are shunted back out of this vision, feeling the pain you felt before. Take a harm.
Awesome. So this nightmare plays out. At first, where things actually happened, you walking up, that moment of seeing Jason pocket this bloody obsidian stone that he carries with him and grabbing Shannon by like the ankle and dragging her off. But then the next thing you know, you're looking down at yourself and you're the one who's being dragged away. This trail of blood being left behind you. And I'm going to hijack your dream here a little bit.
Okay.
And next thing you know, you're standing up. Jason is replaced with your grandmother, who sits there and goes, I told you, Avery, darling, where this would lead, did I not? And she grabs your arms forcefully, her grip a lot tighter than it should be, and she goes, didn't I tell you, Avery? And her hands begin to morph. The old lady hands start getting cold, green, almost scale-like, with bits of chitin. Her face begins to morph and shift to this hard, plated, eyeless face, and goes, that's what happens to swords! And you spike back awake. Take a point of harm.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, what is it that you would like to speak about?
What did we do? You've told me time and time again that we are monsters and that what we do is horrible and that we've ruined families but it's all so vague. Grandma, what did we do and who did we do it to?
That's complicated, Avery.
Yeah, well, you know what else is complicated, Grandma? Something is coming here to Harborvale. Or maybe it's already here, I don't know. But it is coming here, and it has a grudge against the Sullivans. And I want to know why.
Avery, I was hoping I would never have to tell you about all this. Can we put a pin in this until after school? There's something I believe I found it upstairs. I need to track it down and bring it down here for you.
Fine. But can I ask one more thing of you?
Yes.
When you tell me this information, I want you to be sober, okay?
I can do that.
Then I'll see you after school. Just go looking for Granny.
So you start walking up the stairs. You hear a thud coming from the attic above you. As you get to the top, you notice that the collapsible stair that would lead up to your attic is unfurled. So you walk upstairs, and within a few moments of getting there, your grandmother is on the floor.
Grandma, can you hear me? Grandma, it's me. I'm here. Are you okay?
Avery.
What happened?
It's still here. You hear, but you don't see the form of it, just sort of the legs that are standing there, one sort of clicking against the wood of the attic.
Get out of here.
On the side of this sort of cuttlefish head, you see two just bulbous eyes.
So I try to push that up a little bit, and I just look. I'm trying so hard to look past this creature, into whatever I felt take that string, and I just go, what are you afraid of?
Your vision almost through the eyes of this thing down this strange tunnel of writhing energy, and you get a glimpse of yourselves, you, and it's your grandma, and it's her grandma, and you watch this image of the Sullivan line as it just trivels back and forth, back and back and back, every raven that has existed in your line.
Okay.
And you are back in this moment of fight or flight.
I'm gonna take the fire poker that's kind of aimed at the chin area, and I'm gonna go for it, actually lash out this time and just try and jugular of this.
So you do this, and you watch this creature, not itself, but almost by proxy, become frightened. And so you stick this thing into it, and it gets a glimpse of you, the true you, what lies behind the flesh itself. You've got this poker in the ground, and it tears its own flesh away to get out of this thing as it and blasts through that board that sits in the wall of your attic and is gone. As you are flying, you hear in your head,
"Nosy, aren't we?"
And it's almost this echo that's happening inside the old noodle.
So Avery screams, but I'm a raven, so it's "Crrr!" I think the last time that a raven tried that, things went wrong. And I'd like to read this note to all of you because I don't know what happened back then, but I do know that I think we need to be prepared because something is going on. Okay, I feel as though my mind is slipping. Corruption and madness seem to be waiting for me around every corner. The raven grows restless. It tirelessly seeks the truth, to uncover the dangers kept hidden. Whatever this group, or this cabal, in the shadows is planning, I must put it to an end because all is lost. The aqueducts below the town seem to hold more than the town's water. I will fix this, for Harbor Vale, for my family, for all who come after, at whatever cost.
So the door
I'll Avery again.
opens. Do you step inside?
I do.
I'm right behind her.
The room you see before you does not fit for where you are. It is near lavish. There are nice carpets and furniture and desks spread throughout this almost round room. And as you venture in, there are documents laid out. There are books. There is a, honestly, at the moment, still burning fireplace in here. And upon the walls, you see around the circular, the precipice of the ceiling of this room, you see a bunch of symbols in a language that you do not know. And hanging above the fireplace, you see a banner or a tapestry that is hanging that says, "The Watcher in the Waves, the Boiled God."
And
awesome.
yeah, I will write a note, and it basically...
What does it say?
Hello. If you're reading this, you know that we found this room, and we found the information inside of it. We are not afraid of you, and we are not afraid to get in your way and to unravel whatever plot it is that you are trying to accomplish here. We will stop you. I know what you're afraid of, and I'll sign it, Avery, and then I'll like hand the pen to anyone else who wants to sign.
Because as you make your way outside this room, you hear,
"The children have come to play."
And it's echoing from somewhere down here. Avery, this is the voice you've heard in your dream, in the visions you've gotten. But something is down here with you, and it's coming for you. And Avery, it comes rocketing towards you. Hit me with an Nevermore. So yeah, it's dark in this water, and it takes you just the briefest moment. It's closer to you than you were hoping for it to be, and you see this shelled, hard face, no eyes, appear almost right in front of you, claws stretched out to grab you, and you look it in the faceplate and let off Nevermore. What do they see? I trap them in, I think the nightmare is that they're swimming, but then all of a sudden water is gone and they are on a desert with no any moisture anywhere to be found, and skeletal ravens are just like picking at it, like hundreds of them in this like tornado almost. And then I get the fuck out of the water. Well, look, my grandmother was a bit of a strange woman, and we never quite saw eye to eye. She and my mother had friction, and we never quite understood why, and then she just disappeared. And then it made sense after, things started changing for me, in the car variety. Yes, I know. Okay, just wanted to be sure. But some strange things were happening around town, and then she vanished, and we never understood why. And apparently she was on to something similar to what you are onto now. So it's just a lot of rambling about what was happening at the time. And I don't know if you can still hear me through your dead minion, but this is what will happen if you mess with the Sullivans. And then I'll get up, grab the journal, and walk away. Oh shit, okay. Alright, well, let's see if I can read this. Whispers. They follow me, make me distrust whether my mind is truly my own. Every mental tendril attempting to wrench my sanity from me. I've been lashing back as much as I can, but time is short. There is powerful old magic at play, as well as powerful people. They're building something, a bridge to the sea. I pray I can end this before more lives are lost. Oh, and I flip the page and I go, well, I definitely know what this one says. And I will hold it up to you at the same time that I say, know its name. Sometimes things can be even more frightening than a monster with sharp claws. A good lie, for instance. A lie that makes people believe what you want and shields their eyes from the truth. In regards to our rowdy reaper, his eyes have been cleared and justice shall be distributed.
Jason has probably been at his desk working and leans back in his chair, closes his Spark Notes tab for his book report. Maybe it'll be a clue, and I need to do this anyway. And I'm just gonna walk over, kind of scoop up the stone in my hand, and I'm gonna walk down to the living room of our house and go up to the fireplace in the center of it. Mm-hmm. And I'll set the stone down in kind of the area of the fireplace. I can't think of the word for it right now, but where it comes out a little bit. He kind of gets very still and somber for a moment again, and it has that kind of same energy of when he's using his convene. He's going to reach into his back pocket, and then it's just gonna hack away at the stone. The ceremony of it is completely broken, but he's just gonna start smacking at it with the points of the pendulum. And once it's starting to crack all over, mm-hmm. Jason stands up and gives it one last stomp, and it whoofs out if you stomped on a mushroom, one of those big spore mushrooms mm-hmm. outside, and the dust kind of disperses around him, and he soaks in the message.
Yeah, so that it sort of it poofs out and sort of lifts, and as it sort of touches your head, you receive your next assignment. Shannon Garrity, Succubus, termination. Yeah, while you sit down, you get a text from your father, who you haven't seen for like a few days now. It says, "Mom said you got a job. Have you opened it yet?"
I'll text back and say, "Yep, one Shannon Garrity. Haven't found her, but I opened it." Whoop.
All right, get to work. The boss is like a quick job done.
What exactly am I taking you to today?
Okay, so I've told you a little bit of like what my family does, right? Of just like we make sure that anything that's a little bit out there doesn't get to a point where it's dangerous. Or should I say stuff that already has become dangerous, we remove it.
Right. So, what'd this person do?
Well, they are, and we're not necessarily going to, do the whole sports game today, but I at least want to check it out because I gotta do that. But they are a succubus, and they did. And Jason like looks out the window and like has like a flashback to the moment where he was sitting in his dad's office doing research on Kanan's aunts and had like full access to the family archives and databases and did not look up this person. And continues, and they did, succubus things. You can assume where that went.
So yeah, you flip this thing out, catch it like around your ankle or your knee, whatever you said, and you sort of just let it rock it out, and you just clip her square like in the back, and she does that very dramatic person who's running away and gets shot in the back, like where the back arches and they sort of flop down onto the asphalt, and you hit her pretty hard, and she is on the ground at the moment. What do you do?
So Jason has a process for this.
Okay.
Where once I see that she's like not booking it away anymore, I like reach into my other pocket and I just like pull out a set of earbuds and put them in.
Oh, damn.
Like connected to my phone, and I like, while like letting the rope dart swing by my side a little bit, I like scroll through my phone, and I put on the song "One More Kiss, Dear" from the Blade Runner soundtrack. And Jason just like takes a deep breath and like lets it out, and like his eyes like open back up, and they're like a little bit glazed over, they aren't like fully open, but he's just gonna like start like winding the pendulum up again, and like once it's up to full speed, just is going to attack her again on the ground.
You hit her again, and she you don't even hear it, but you can see it. She lets out just like a scream of utter pain and fear as you pull the dart back out. And are you finishing the job here?
Yeah, I'm going for it. Like after that one,
okay, man.
I like for like the next hit, I'm going to like toss the dart on the end of the rope up. I'm just gonna like yank it up, and I'll just like grab it in my hand.
Oh, so you have it like dagger style?
And I'm just gonna go up and just like go to finish the job.
Kill shot it. Okay.
Yep.
Just coup de grace.
As soon as we sit in the car, Jason's like, "You were supposed to go back to the car. Come on."
I heard screaming, and I figured that you would benefit from a distraction, so I caused one.
Thanks. I guess. I appreciate you helping me with like finding her, but and to be fair, I did say that we probably weren't going to play the whole game today. That didn't happen, but
you don't have to say anything,
Yikes.
Jason.
Are you good?
They
weren't supposed to see that.
They were dangerous, right?
Yeah. No, every one that I get is like someone who's already been dangerous.
Then I'm okay.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I could really use some buffalo chicken dip, though. Like, really bad.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh.
He sits down behind his desk and says, I need you to tell me everything about the job you just completed.
The one with Shannon, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You texted me that you were working on it. Was that completed?
Right. Yes, it is done. I found her at the Lucky Clover Grocery Mart in Jacobsville, and she ran off, but I caught up to her and finished the job.
What did her file say leading up to you executing the job?
I mean, the message stone that came in just said that she was a succubus set for termination. That's kind of what I acted on.
You didn't do any other cursory research?
Well, I figured out where to find her, and then that was it. Is there a problem with her?
I asked you last night if you have been thorough in your information gathering of your missions. Did I not?
Yes.
Well, had you followed through and looked up the information as you were supposed to, how I trained you to, you would have noticed this. And he turns his computer around. You see that her file is obliterated. It's almost like every line has been redacted. It is just a jarble of random characters, and nothing is legible.
Huh. That's never happened before.
My thoughts exactly, which is concerning.
How does this even happen? Who has access to this system that would be able to do this?
My thoughts exactly. And he gets up and he sort of walks around his office. There is a lamp that is on in the corner of his study that he goes and he picks it up and he puts it into a drawer in one of the tables. I don't think things are running the way they should, son. At the end of the day, that target I don't believe should have been your target. However, had you done the work as you were supposed to, this could have been brought to our attention earlier, and an innocent person may not have needed to die. Now we're going to clean this up.
Jason does not respond. What do you mean the system isn't working?
I've suspected for a time that the home office is compromised.
How do you suspect that for a time? How long have you been suspecting that?
Jason, when things are so... If I take sand from this beach just down the road, and I take sand from a beach on the other coast, and I put them both in a bottle and I shake them, it takes time to separate the two. And what has tainted our organization is systemic at this point.
But you still know that you have a bottle of sand. You couldn't tell me that there was a bottle of sand here? That there was...
I didn't tell you there was a bottle of sand, but I gave you the tools and the methodology to figure out which sand was the... I've lost the analogy we're trying to say here. I would hope that you would have heeded your lessons and done the work, Jason.
I get that, okay? I fucked that up. I get it. I get that. When we're doing this kind of work, you can't not tell me when something is wrong. That's I don't need to tell you how important and how dangerous this is. I can't not know that there's an issue if I'm doing this kind of stuff.
I understand that what you're probably feeling right now is tremendous. And I would not wish this on anyone, what I'm sure you're feeling right now. And that is why I have tried to take care of this myself as much as I can. Perhaps you're right, I should have told you. I'm sorry.
Oh, great. We're both sorry. This report on Francois says that he worked his way up from previously the department that sends out, assignments to us. So if he still has connections there, I mean, it's possible that he could be setting up fake assignments.
You mean
Yeah, I mean
Oh.
Is this a thing that you'd rather not talk about, or
the The last assignment that I got put on was fake. Someone made it up, sends it through the channels, and it got completed by me.
Now, do we know that it's him, or they have a file on him? Maybe they're pulling strings somehow, or they've got someone on the inside that's acting like him? Like, how do we know for a fact it's him yet?
What if they're blackmailing him?
That too. I mean, we gotta... This is kind of one of those weird things where I feel like we need to keep our options open, for lack of a better term. Let's not jump to a conclusion yet. Let's just keep trying to gather info.
Yeah, no, I think in times like this, it is definitely good to double and triple check before we go after this guy. So.
And he sits there and tries to like unfold it, and
it's very like crackly.
Pulls the page open. All right, this makes a lot of sense. I've been looking into what we were discussing the other night, and seems to be some shenanigans happening in the assignment department, essentially. The people who send out, your assignments. And if he has friends in there, he might have pull. And if they're...
I skimmed through it and it said that he used to work in that department, right?
Yeah, it's saying this. Yeah, it's saying it here, and I feel like it's safe to assume that wherever you and your friends found probably is connected to this group that Kanan's aunt Katrina was talking about. And if they're keeping an eye on Francois, perhaps he's either working with them or they have something on him, and he's used some pull to influence the assignments that are going out. Our willful werewolf has faced a great deception of their own, one meant to turn family against family. But they didn't let that control them. They rent away the veil with their claws, and now the wolf has nose to scent and is hunting for prey. As you are walking up the stairs of your front porch, you hear a car door sort of shut on the street behind you, and you hear a feminine, albeit a deeper but feminine voice say, "Is that my little nephew?" And you turn around and see a woman that you do not recognize. But she does pay a striking resemblance to your mother, Delphine. And she goes, you don't have anything to say to your Aunt Katrina?
Hey, Aunt Katrina. How are you? Hi.
You hear the poof, poof, poof of your mother's footsteps.
I get out of the way of the door.
And the door flies open, and your mother looks angrier than you've probably ever seen her. As she comes in, she said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" "Look, I just wanted to come and meet my family, okay? You've kept me away long enough, but the pack has to stick together, right, sis?"
Are you okay?
"I'm doing all right now, yeah."
Is there anything I can do, or...?
"Stay away from your aunt. That's all I can really ask of you at the moment."
Okay. Is there something I should know?
Your aunt is destruction. She shows up a place, she tears a bunch of people apart, and then she leaves. Kanan, as you step outside, you see a familiar car that is in the parking lot, the door of which opens, and you see your Aunt Katrina step out. Hey, kid, there you are. I've been sniffing you out all day. It's good I finally found you.
Look, I don't know what's going on between you and my mom, but I just think it's best if we not do whatever this is. Sorry, you seem nice enough to me, but I just don't think this is a good idea, and I don't like going against my parents' wishes, so...
God, they got you tightly wound over there, don't they?
What do you want from me?
Well, your family, so I would like to say...
Why now?
I figured at this point you were kind of old enough to make your own choices, not just what old Delphi says.
Well, I mean, I trust my mom.
Well, your mother's not as puritanical as she leads you to believe.
Don't say that.
Don't say what? That your mom's done some fucked up shit too?
Don't talk about my mom.
All right, kid, I'm not going to stop trying. My family's here. I'm going to get to know my family.
I think maybe it's time you find a new family. How about that?
My family is my family. You're lucky you get to be a part of that family, but I will have my family, kid. And she sort of pets you like you would a dog, and she walks up. And you get a bunch of things for a Katrina Cortez, who has a history, to say the least. Katrina has been, like, on watch lists and then, like, has been somehow negotiated getting taken off the watch list, only to get put back on a couple of months later. And so she has been, like, riding the dagger's edge with, like, your home office for decades at this point.
What if I could take care of that second part? Okay, man, I'm going to be upfront with you, and I'm afraid you'll look at me differently if I say this, but I had an idea. She killed a bear, which, holy shit.
That's pretty hardcore, yeah.
And my parents seemed unbothered by it. Their whole thought was just, oh, well, thank God it's not a human. And I'm afraid that it'll escalate to that point. And I'm even more afraid that it'll be someone that you or I or our family or someone we know. That's a really bad thing, man. So I was thinking, on your next job, if I could come with you, and after you make that person take a nap, you could take whatever you need for your general manager or something. I don't know, man. And I could make it look like someone like me got to the body. And then my parents would think it was her, and they would do something. Or if your family thinks it was her, then that's two families that want to take care of it.
Look, I know everything you think I've done. God, I don't even know how to start this. Do you remember the girl I was seeing when I was about 19? Gabrielle Ortiz. We were out being stupid kids. An accident happened. She didn't make it. Her dad Jonathan, he's a land developer. Was not happy, obviously. You guys, you kicked me out and you shunned me, and no, I'm not angry about that with you, because that kept you safe. Because the farther I was from you, the more alienated I was. The more alienated you all made me was the punishment they wanted for me. I promise you that although I played along and I made you think what they wanted you to think, that's not me, sis. It's not. I love my family. I love them more than anything. Your aunt gets up, like, off the couch. You okay?
Yeah. Like I said, it was just a bad dream. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Sorry.
It's fine. You need anything, talk to your mom. I mean, I'm here. I don't know if you want to talk to me about anything, but which I get. But you got people.
How do you keep it under control?
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
That's a hard question. The wolf is strange. The wolf's will can be nigh unbreakable, Kanan. That's why your will has to be completely unbreakable. So make it serve you.
Okay. Thank you.
Look at how much it takes to get you to lash out. Look at how far they had to push you. There are so many people who would have done what you've done for far less reason. You're not a bad person. This is just a bad day.
I hate to admit it, but I lost control. And Jason tried to help me, and he got hurt because of it. But it's over now, and he's not gonna hurt anyone else.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hey, Kanan, I think you and I are alike in a very unique way. We have something inside of us that has the potential to completely take over.
Yeah.
But what I also know is that you have the strongest moral code of anyone that I've ever met. And if anyone can keep a balance, it's you.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. But I'm gonna look around the house to see if I can find any information or anything about who the fuck these people are, because I can't keep doing this. I can't.
Yeah, you've had to deal with your fair share of Milligans.
And there's a third that might be on their way home. And I promised Jason that if someone else shows up, I'm just gonna leave.
That's a great promise. Good job, Jason.
I already broke one promise, so I don't want to do two in the same night. I'll at least space them out over a couple days, and I'll look over at Jason and wink a little bit.
The most incredible part of our terrific teens is that no matter how dire things have appeared, how bleak, how frightening they may have seemed, they have at all times been able to find some light, some joy, and a heap full of humor.
Hey, Canada Dry, man. That's where it's at.
Cans of the Dry.
Let's get that sponsor, you guys.
Hey.
Miller High Life and Canada Dry.
Silent Secrets brought to you by Miller High Life and Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
Mix them together for your own forever stew.
I'm gonna run into the window.
Just full speed?
Not full speed, no. But,
Lash up.
enough to...
I thought you were,
enough.
I thought you were about to do, creepy Omen,
Well, that's the plan. That's what I want the effect to be. But I don't...
Okay.
I'm not trying to go full speed. I'm just trying to maybe, distract LC and see, you know what I mean?
Just fly up and tap it with a wing.
And then slide down. I mean, I'm gonna, legitimately run into it.
Okay.
But, not full speed.
Okay, so you hit this window, not at full speed, but...
Should I roll to lash out physically against this window?
Why not?
Fuck that window up.
Fuck that window up.
No!
Was that a failure?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a fail. Yeah, that window fucked you up.
Yeah, I think it's just a moment of just... boom, and you bounce off and just down the rest of the roof and luckily land in the gutter, just kind of twitching a little bit.
Oh my god.
Ow.
It's a 16.
How?
I rolled a 9 and a 5, and I have a 2 of a hot.
A 9?
Is that not right, Matt?
How'd you roll a 9 and a 5?
Is it a 6?
That's a 6.
I was like, how did you roll?
Oh my god! I want to crawl in a hole and not come out. Dude.
This is amazing.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of the best person to give you things that's not Xavier, because I feel like I have talked to Xavier a lot.
And Xavier with Julian would be awkward.
Yeah, it would be awkward.
Mm.
Actually, you know what? I think
no!
have
Reason.
Yes.
I
think they have to.
You were like, it's gonna be awkward. I'm like, then do it. Yeah, I'll go take a look, and I'll text you if I see anything.
But be subtle about it.
I'm cool now. I'm really cool. I'm in it. I'm gonna go. Cool. Okay. I'm cool.
You're saying you're cool a lot more than a cool person would. That's
Shut up!
all
I'm cool.
saying. Yeah, I think when Jason gets back up to the kitchen, also, he is he's getting all the ingredients and he sets them all out in front of him, and he's got a mixing bowl or whatever. And his hands are on the counter, and then after looking at the ingredients for a moment, he's like, "Oh my god, Eilhard is in my house! What What? I didn't do any cleaning. My room's... She's not going to see my room. That doesn't matter, but it feels like the vibes are going to spread out. Fuck!
I will tentatively scoop a buffalo chicken dip and crunch. Oh my god, that's so good. What is that?
What was that? Yeah.
I heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that. Do you know the guys who own the German deli in town? It's like an old guy and his grandson.
Sure. They do some ads on the radio.
Yeah, I heard their pet Pomeranian got swept away.
Oh my god, not Schnitzel.
Yeah, is that what his name was?
Yeah, he's in the ads on the radio. He barks at the end.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, we lost Fame then.
Yeah, now I'm the only one left.
And yeah, I go away.
Awesome. Are you going anywhere else?
By the time I'm probably finished with that conversation, Bash is probably gone, so I'll save him for another day.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll go to fly home, but I do want to make my grandma wait a while, so I'll make a couple laps over Harpervale.
Okay. You don't want me to roll snake eyes. All right, so Kanan.
What are you doing to me? What are you doing?
Fantastic. So yeah, you do you end up tagging Mark in?
Yeah, I'll let him do the last half.
Awesome. Yeah. You sort of, as you're leaving the studio, you go, "Hey everybody, this here is Mark Dantes with The Deep. 93.5.
He's so cute.
Playing today's hit music for all you hip and happening teens out there. Here is this feller named Eminem." She reaches out for your hand. And one second.
Is he coming?
I'm scared.
Is he?
Is there a prop?
Did he roll snake eyes at all? Oh my god.
Oh, a notes. Okay.
The joys of marriage.
Jesus Christ.
And she puts that in your hand.
I think Jason is now just thinking about whether or not Isla has soup. I'm trying to remember if I don't think he's had a soupy interaction with her.
You haven't had a soupy interaction,
I don't think so.
But your dad brought
I was gonna say
someone home.
I think the suspicion comes from just the fact that she is in my basement right now with my dad, my family housing her. I'm like, I don't know if she's got soup, but she definitely works in the kitchen.
What? Holy shit!
My God.
I mean, I did live in a restaurant, so.
Hey, I'm just gonna call downstairs. Isla, if you're here, everyone else is too. There's buffalo dip.
Peeks my head out.
Yeah, you hear up the basement steps, the door open up.
Scampering
She's
up
doing
on
all fours.
I perch on the edge of the couch like a gargoyle.
Absolutely.
We could perhaps do that. Then our foe may be able to as well.
Right.
And specifically, if they determined who did such a thing, would maybe come after you in force. If this is an important thing, it's fine. It's not like you wrote a letter or something, right?
Right.
I'm sorry. Focus.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. No, it was so badass.
We definitely didn't sign it with our names either.
Yeah, no.
We didn't taunt them and then tell us who we were.
You didn't give him the fucking middle finger and go, "Here's my name, by the way."
We fucked up your place. Signed, Josh Groban.
You can't dox us if we dox us.
Oh my God.
It's a power play is what it is.
Oh, man. Gorgeous. Awesome. So, roll me a cold.
Burr.
Burskies. Set up snake eyes. Sir.
Please tell me your cold is +5.
God, I wish.
You go, "Let me ask the sea." and you sit there and kind of focus, and then it's just, you just kind of get hit by like a nice chunk of water that has skipped up and kind of.
Is that how it like transfers its information to you or something?
I think it's mad at me.
Oh, yeah. I'll come down. Re-Avery, unbird. I don't know. How do we like to say that? Do I unbird or do I re-Avery?
You unshift.
Oh, that sounds cooler. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with that one.
So you unshift.
Yeah, let's cut out all of that part of me sounding dumb, and we just.
All right, well, why don't you say it, Jade? Give us another take of it.
So I come down and I unshift.
I'm using all of that audio.
It sounded really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like holding it under the hand dryer.
As you're trying to go. A lot of the pages are kind of gross, yeah. But hold on a minute.
Another note.
This time I'm prepared.
There it is. I was gonna say it's not the same without us hearing. Hold on, like just in the distance.
This is my favorite bit.
I can't wait for when Zach has to give one of us a note. And just drives all the way to a different
at the
state.
6 hours of
hold on a minute. FedEx at the exact same time because he sent it to you.
Or at the con, he's just gonna start dealing out everything.
As you're delving back into the book, one second.
Twice?
The pages have dried a little bit, and things have settled.
Twice?
2 in the same night.
This one's coming to me.
1 second, 1 hour, 1.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there. Thank you.
I was convinced there for a second.
If I had pulled out a
I
note,
would have.
Man, this is.
All right, let's see if I can read this.
I made it. Another page is able to read. Awesome. So you crow out and you.
Raven.
Well, no, like the sound of a crow, like when like
I prefer cough.
Fucking pan can't fly, can't crow. Yeah, exactly. A woman, you can see the resemblance to Jason as she kind of does the look around, looks down. Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
Fly right past into the house.
There's a crow in the house. She closes the door.
Not a fucking crow.
Darkest self again. Kanan just leaves the room.
Were you a crow?
Raven. I was a raven. I shouldn't hold that against you. I only told you once in a car, and it was after something happened, so you might not have remembered it.
Thank you so much again for listening to this episode of These Silent Secrets. It's been 1 year, a whole year. You all have made it a fantastic one. So one last time, from the bottom of all of our hearts, we'd just love to say thank you. We love you. And we'll see you again soon. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.